All right, so get this. We're diving into O1 Preview today.
Okay.
And it's not just, like churning out poems like some other AIs.
Right.
This thing is tackling high school math problems, generating code for chip design,
Yeah.
even giving doctors a hand with medical reports. I'm already intrigued.
I bet.
And I know you are too.
What's fascinating here is that the researchers, they really pushed O1 Preview beyond what we typically see with these things.
Okay.
They weren't content with just like, surface level language processing.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to see if it could actually solve problems.
Right.
And in diverse fields, no less.
So no more AI that just spits out like grammatically correct gibberish.
Exactly.
We're talking actual problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
Let's start with something I think we all remember from school.
Okay.
Math.
Oh, yes.
Back to the good old days, right?
Right. Think back to those tricky high school math competition problems.
Yeah.
Yang and his team, they threw those at O1 Preview. Word problems, equations, the works.
Wow.
And what's fascinating isn't just that it got the answers right, but how it got there.
Okay, so walk me through this.
Sure.
What's happening in O1 Previews,
Right.
artificial brain, when it's confronted with, like, let's say a geometry proof,
Okay.
is it just number crunching?
It's way more than that.
Okay.
The research shows O1 Preview actually breaks down the problem into logical steps, similar to how a human would approach it.
Wow.
It's not just memorizing formulas, it's demonstrating an understanding of the underlying concepts.
That's a game changer for education.
Right.
Imagine a world where every student has access to an AI tutor that can follow their thought process and provide, like, personalized guidance.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
And it's not just limited to high school.
No.
They even tested O1 Preview with college-level math.
Oh, wow.
And while it wasn't always successful,
Sure.
it did manage to solve a surprising number of problems,
Really?
even in areas like discrete math.
I'm hearing there were some struggles with the really, like, abstract concepts, though.
It seems that way.
Even AI has its limits.
It seems that way, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like it can learn the rules of a game, even master the strategies.
Right.
But there's a certain level of intuition.
Yeah.
That almost subconscious understanding that humans develop,
Right.
which is still beyond its grasp.
So maybe O1 Preview won't be taking over the math department anytime soon.
Right.
But what about other fields?
Sure.
The medical field is drowning in data.
Yeah.
Could O1 Preview be the life raft they desperately need?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
Imagine this. A doctor, instead of spending hours sifting through patient records,
Right.
can feed all that information into O1 Preview.
Okay.
The AI then generates a concise, easy-to-understand report, highlighting the most important details.
Talk about a time saver.
I know, right?
That would free up doctors to actually focus on what matters most, treating patients.
Exactly.
Instead of paperwork.
That's the potential here.
Wow.
And the researchers actually put this to the test
Okay.
while it's still in its early stages
Sure.
and needs further refinement.
Right.
The ability of O1 Preview to process complex medical information and present it in a digestible format is pretty remarkable.
From helping doctors to, dare I say, designing the very chips that power our computers.
It's getting really interesting.
This is where O1 Preview gets almost unnerving.
Unnerving is a good word for
It
it.
really is.
We're talking about O1 Preview generating code for chip design tasks.
Wow.
And not just any code, but code with suggested optimizations.
So this isn't just automating a process, it's suggesting innovative solutions.
It really seems that way.
Okay, so we're not just talking about faster processors here.
No.
If AI can optimize chip design, are we talking about a future where technological advancement is driven by algorithms?
It's a possibility we have to consider, yeah.
Wow.
This research opens up some really big questions about the future of technology and the role of human engineers.
Right.
It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we've gone from high school math to the future of computer chips.
Right.
What else did they throw at O1 Preview?
You've heard of sentiment analysis.
Yeah, vague.
It's basically teaching a computer to understand emotions in text.
Like figuring out if a movie review is positive or negative.
Exactly. But O1 Preview goes way beyond that.
Really?
We're talking about understanding subtle cues like irony or even potentially offensive language.
Wow.
It's not just about the words themselves,
Right.
but the context and intent behind them.
So it's like teaching a computer to read between the lines.
Yeah, basically.
That seems like a pretty valuable skill for, like, navigating our increasingly digital world.
Absolutely. Think about all the data generated online every single day.
Right.
Social media posts, customer reviews, forum discussions, all that. O1 Preview could be incredibly useful for analyzing all that unstructured information and extracting meaningful insights.
Okay, I have to ask about something that sounds straight out of science fiction.
Okay.
Generating 3D models from, text descriptions.
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
It sounds like magic, right?
It does.
But the researchers actually achieved this with O1 Preview.
Really?
They gave it detailed descriptions of rooms, furniture, colors, the whole works.
Wow.
And it was able to create surprisingly accurate 3D models.
Wait, so you're telling me that in the future, interior designers could just tell O1 Preview what they want?
Yeah, think about it.
And poof, a 3D model appears.
It's not that far-fetched.
Yeah.
Imagine architects using this technology to mock up building designs based on textual specifications.
Wow.
Or game developers creating immersive virtual worlds just by describing them.
Oh, wow.
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
This is all incredible.
It is.
But it also begs the question,
Yeah.
what are the limits?
Right.
Is this true artificial intelligence?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
What we can say is that O1 Preview exhibits certain aspects of what we might call intelligence.
Okay.
It can solve problems,
Yeah.
learn new things,
Right.
even exhibit a degree of creativity.
So it's creative too.
But whether it truly understands the world in the same way a human does is still up for debate.
It's almost like we're watching a new form of intelligence emerge right before our eyes.
Yeah. In a way.
Even if we don't fully understand it yet.
Exactly. And that's what makes this research so fascinating.
Right.
And frankly, a bit daunting.
I bet.
We're on the cusp of a technological revolution.
Yeah.
The likes of which we've never seen before.
Okay, before we get lost in the existential implications here,
Sure.
I want to circle back to something that caught my attention.
Okay.
Low resource language translation.
Yeah.
Didn't the researchers try this with Cherokee?
They did.
Okay.
And it's one of the areas where O1 Preview's potential impact could be particularly profound.
Okay.
Cherokee is a language with relatively few speakers.
Right.
And limited digital resources.
Makes sense.
Imagine using AI to help preserve and revitalize endangered languages like this.
That's amazing.
Oh.
It's like we could use this technology to bridge cultural divides and keep traditions alive that might otherwise be lost.
Exactly.
But were the translations accurate? I imagine that's a tall order for any AI.
It is.
Let alone one working with limited data.
It's true. There were definitely challenges.
Yeah.
O1 Preview struggled with some of the nuances and complexities of the language, which is to be expected given the limited resources.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was able to generate even somewhat understandable translations is a huge step forward.
Yeah, that's still really cool.
It is.
It's like giving a voice to cultures that have been, marginalized or underrepresented in the digital age.
For sure.
This is why I love these deep dives.
Yeah.
We get to explore not just the what of technology, but also the why and the how. It's not just about building, cool gadgets. It's about understanding how these technologies can impact our lives, our cultures, our future.
Well said.
Well, now I'm ready to dive into the big picture implications of all this.
Okay.
What does the future hold for O1 Preview?
Right.
Is this the start of a whole new era of, AI-powered everything?
Yeah.
So we've seen O1 Preview ace math problems, potentially revolutionize chip design, and even translate endangered languages.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's a lot to process.
Yeah.
Is this it? Have we reached, peak AI?
It's certainly tempting to think so, especially with all the excitement surrounding O1 Preview.
Right.
But like any good deep dive,
Yeah.
we need to resist jumping to conclusions.
So while O1 Preview can generate a 3D model from a description,
Right.
we're not quite at the point where architects can just dictate blueprints and watch them magically appear.
Not quite.
Okay.
What's exciting here isn't just the the specific achievements,
Yeah.
but what they tell us about the trajectory of AI development. We're seeing a convergence of capabilities.
Okay.
Language understanding, problem solving, even creativity
Right.
that were once thought to be the exclusive domain of humans.
It's like we're witnessing the birth of a new kind of intelligence, right?
In a way, yeah.
Right before our very ears.
It's pretty wild.
What does this mean for us?
Yeah.
For our jobs, for the future? Should we
Well,
be excited? Scared? Both?
It's a bit of a roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah.
The potential here is enormous.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where AI assists doctors in diagnosing illnesses more accurately, where it helps educators tailor lessons to each student's unique needs,
Right.
where it even aids in breaking down communication barriers between cultures.
That's a future I can get behind.
Right.
It sounds like O1 preview and AI. Like, it won't be replacing us,
Right.
but working alongside us,
Yeah.
augmenting our abilities and helping us reach new heights.
Precisely.
Wow.
This isn't about replacing human ingenuity, it's about amplifying it.
I like that.
The real magic happens when we combine the unique strengths of human intelligence with the raw processing power of AI.
This deep dive has been a wild ride.
I know, right?
We've gone from high school math to the future of intelligence itself.
It's pretty crazy.
We've seen how O1 Preview is pushing the boundaries of what AI can do.
Yeah.
And frankly, it's left me with more questions than answers.
And that's the beauty of it all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Each discovery opens up new avenues for exploration, new challenges to tackle, new possibilities to imagine.
If this deep dive has taught us anything,
Yeah.
it's that the future of AI is full of potential.
Absolutely.
And it's up to all of us to shape that future responsibly and ethically.
Couldn't agree more.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of O1 Preview.
My pleasure.
Until next time, keep asking questions, stay curious, and never stop exploring.